Welcome to the Just Be Yourself Academy, and thank you for checking out my course. My name is Melodie Dubois, and I will be your course facilitator. The journey you are about to embark on is no ordinary journey. It is a learning journey into who you are. And because of the nature of who you are, it is also a mystical journey. As I will repeatedly do throughout this course, I have chosen a story and the analogy it contains to help you understand what this adventure into self-knowledge is all about. Pygmalion and the Carousel. One cold winter's night, a beautiful white horse called Pygmalion gets lost in the forest. He finds refuge on a carousel full of unanimated wooden horses and falls asleep. The next morning, as he awakes, he has forgotten who he is. Because the mechanical horses around him are moving around and busy getting on with their day, he finds himself imitating their behaviors. He notices that all the wooden horses are convinced to be real horses. His intuition tells him that this mechanical world isn't real, and he wonders if this isn't some sort of a dream. But he gets caught up in the circus-like atmosphere and decides to participate in the show. Unfortunately, as the days go by, he becomes more focused on adjusting to his new environment and less connected to his feelings about the strangeness of this mechanical world. With every day that passes, he forgets a little more about being a beautifully alive and free horse. Everything he sees teaches him that he is now a mechanical horse that needs to follow the do's and don'ts if he wants to survive amongst the others. Despite his secret hopes and aspirations, he now knows his place on the carousel and doesn't want to be one of those dreamers who looks at the stars at night in search of the greater meaning of life. No, that's silly. He has learned to be a realist, and as such, he only believes in what he sees. He made many friends on the carousel and wants to do the right thing in order to get along with everyone and be accepted. He has no idea that his innocent adjustments to the rules and expectations of that mechanical world are slowly reducing his ability to remember who he truly is. Somewhere deep within, he feels that he is more than this shadow of himself, this makeshift image of a real horse. But he quickly snaps out of this uncomfortable sense of emptiness and incompleteness and comes to his senses, which clearly show him that being a mechanical horse is the only reality there is. He is also convinced that the scenery he sees from the carousel is the only scenery there is. He doesn't know that the more incomplete he feels and the faster the carousel turns, and the faster the spin, the more chances he has of sliding off. Because our horse is now fully identified to his mechanical world, he hangs on for dear life to what he knows. He is so afraid of deviating from his predictable course. He doesn't understand that he has everything he needs to function outside of the carousel. He doesn't understand that if he could only let go of who he has now learned to be, he would remember his true identity and the freedom that is his to enjoy. If you are wondering what this story has to do with you, well, it has everything to do with you. We are like Pygmalion. We have fallen asleep to our true nature and believe in the limited reality of a learned state of being. 20 years ago, I had the good fortune to step off the carousel during a magical and mystical experience. Because of what I saw from outside the carousel, I asked to understand why we believe in the world of mechanical horses and why we are so afraid of surrendering to our true nature. Many years later, I experienced the answers to my quest by falling off the carousel this time. What I saw and the answers I experienced is what you are about to discover. In the next video, you will be able to listen to someone who talks about this greater understanding of self from a different angle. He brings a scientific approach to the same understanding that we live our life on automatic and that we are much more than the automation. He explains the consequences this limited perception has on our relationships, our health, and overall well-being. The information and the way in which I share this with you comes from my own experience and insights from beyond the carousel. The information and the insights he shares is in the form of his experience and scientific research. My approach will hopefully appeal to your intuitive mind, and the scientific information he brings will appeal to your analytical mind. We share a common purpose, which is to invite you to step off from the carousel, to become conscious of your mechanical patterns, so that this enormous body of mechanical habits no longer controls your life. Mark Twain once said, "It isn't what you don't know that gets you into trouble, it's what you know for sure that just ain't so." What this course will show you are the mechanical personality traits you have innocently adopted and make you feel, think, and behave like the horse of our story. Once you can observe those personality traits, while understanding that they aren't who you are, but represent what you have learned on the carousel, you are on your way to experiencing a much larger world and state of being than you ever thought possible. So please sign up to continue your explorations into self-knowledge.